So we have Antonio and we have Frank. They're going to be doing their presentation, yeah? And I hope you guys are going to learn, sawa? And you give them support and you also motivate them, sawa, sawa? Hi, so you can clap for them as they come.
Good morning. You're good? I'm also good. I apologize for being late. It's miscommunication for me. Then this will prove my work. Yeah? Okay, so the first thing I would really wish us to discuss is from the title, what do you understand by culture? Common man's language. So from my understanding, what culture meant, culture, these are shared values, beliefs, customs, behaviors, and artifacts that characterize a society. In details about culture, what does it really entail? It includes the learned behaviors and ways of life that are passed from generation to generation within a particular group. Interior design can be a beautiful way to showcase your rich heritage of Africa. Because the topic or the heading was conservation and adaptation of your culture. Our culture is African. We are African, isn't it? Now let's get into interior design now. In interior design, there's some of the culture or some of the ways we can conserve and adapt the African culture through interior design. The first one is use of traditional patterns. From this picture, what can you see? You can see the patterns from the animal prints, from the mats. It still has its own functionality, despite of me saying culture, as I said, culture is for your own benefit. How is it benefiting you? So from this, it's benefiting the space, the user of the space. From the mats, this carpet can be really useful in terms of the warmth, or it can act as an insulator, or even it can give that aesthetic view or aesthetic feel when you get into a space. So as I stated here, the African patterns such as Andikra symbol, which is from Ghana, the tribal prints and the animal prints can be used on walls, curtains, cushions, rugs, as you can see, to give that touch of African culture in your space. From here you can see the patterns even from the seats, like from the pillows. You know, how are we going to mix the modernism and your African culture? This is the perfect way of blending those two without overpowering either of the two. My second point is on the African textiles. African textiles are incorporating textiles such as kente cloth, mud cloth, Ankara fabric in your interior design can add a touch of African culture into your space. I know you may ask me, what's Ankara fabric? The first picture over here, this is Ankara fabric, and you can see how it really blends with the modernism. This seat is modern. True or false? True or false? See, this is modern. And then this is also, this coffee table, it's also modern. This is marble. Also this is modern. True or false? But having that star, that furniture or that piece, when you get into a space, you're like, oh yeah, I'm still being reminded of the African who I am. So this, having such kind of an edge or such kind of a piece in your house, it will really implement, or it will really emphasize on the Africanism or the African culture, still while you're still incorporating the modernism with the space. Even here, I didn't want only to look at bedrooms, I mean living rooms, lounges, but also at the bedrooms. Like, how can we implement that? From here you can see the headboard. The headboard is made of real rustic wood. This is rustic wood. This is not just normal flat wood. No, this is the rustic, to give on that sensation, that vibe, that feeling of like, wow, yes, at least I'm African. I know where I came from. This is my origin, you know. And also there, like this kind of a tribal design mat or wallpaper that has been put on the headboard. You can see even from the bed also itself has patterns. Sindio, it has its own patterns and design. From the picture, this is so unique. Like, there's more. You can talk about this picture. I can talk about this picture for 1 hour about culture just by that. So when we have such kind of an effect or that kind of design in a space, this is the perfect way of conserving and adapting the interior design. These are just tips, small tips that we can, us as interior designers, we can put into a space. You know, tell a person or tell your client, can we just implement kidogo of African? Can we just have kidogo of pattern? Or can we have kidogo of a tribal print or something? You know, they'll be like, by the way, let's see how it will go. So that's the thing, that's the mindset we should be having. No, not every time sticking to modern. Let's remember our origin. Where did we come from? Sometimes most of us, we go to our country. Why? Because that's where we came from. That's where our parents came from. And they want us to teach us how life was back in the days. But still, wanakupe your smartphone, wanakupe your laptops, wanakupe your tablets. Still, you're still in the modern world. But at least you go to the other side of how Africans were, how Africans' traditions were. And then from there, you can take it. Do I want to do this? Or do I want to do this? How will it benefit me? How will it benefit my society? Or how will it benefit the people around me? The second one is use of warm colors. Use of warm colors such as red, yellow, orange into a space. It gives on that warm feel, that vibe. Like, I remember the first time when I went to Movenpick, I even had to whisper, due of the calmness. Unaingia to a space and you're like, hi. Wow, this place looks nice. What would you want to have? I want to have some milkshake or something like that. You see, because of your environment, if you didn't have such kind of a warm environment, ungekuna shout. Like, literally, am I the only person? I've gone to a space, I start to whisper out of the blues with your partner. Sindio? So you have, like, you just whisper because of how calm that place is. And si ati imekuambia hapo, keep silent. No, it's literally by the environment. The second one is use of African artifacts. By incorporating African artifacts in interior design, one can add a unique and authentic touch to the space. For example, these huge masks, if you imagined if they weren't there, this place could have kind of looked flat in a way. It wouldn't have elevated. It wouldn't have given that authentic touch, that authentic feel when you get into a space. Like, me personally, if I get into a space, I'll be like, my eyes will be all over. Like, wow, modern, nice, African. Like, everything is just going with the flow. You know, small African artifacts like this. You know, like this sword, which is still from Ghana, it will really implicate, or it will really give on that sense of touch or that sense of feel. Even with the pictures, still lazima we put those artifacts only. We can also put some portraits like this. This is really nice, and it will really still give on that sense of warmth, that authentic vibe, that unique taste or unique style into your space. The next one is use of African-inspired furniture and accessories. We, as Africans, we know, and that is what we should really be emphasizing on. The African culture, put vitenges. Let's put vitenges in seats. Let's put patterns, very interesting patterns on curtains. Let's put patterns on where else? On your office, even floors. Let's do wooden floors. There's so many alternative, cheaper option of wooden floors. It's not a must you choose mahogany. No, there are other alternatives. So we are implementing that, or that's implicating that. We really conserve and will still adapt the African culture. So that's all. I don't have anything else, and thank you so much, asante sana. And for any more info, contact me 0706 105 655. Thank you so much.